Years ago, my dad, who is sort of an apostate Catholic, told his kids a joke, and it goes something like this. Did you know there's even a patron saint of forerunners? No, really, we said. Because we didn't know nothing for saints. We were going to a Mennonite church. But yes, turns out there is. Saint Damascene, of course. Ha, ha, ha. And by the way, you can tell that joke about other cars than just Fords. But I was always suspicious of that Damascene. I thought that was a little too good to be true. So I finally looked it up, and it turns out there is a Saint John Damascene, better known as John of Damascus. And Damascene is just a fancy way of saying of Damascus. It's probably French, I'm guessing. But yeah, so I spent probably about an hour and a half on the Wikipedia reading about the guy, and then I wrote this here song. It's not so much about him, but it's about a bunch of other stuff. It's just got his name in it. Because anyway, I figure, you know, one thing the world needs more of is rock and roll songs featuring the early church fathers. Yeah. Anyway, other than that, I wouldn't look for any meaning in this song. But here goes. St. John Damascene. Well, St. John Damascene worked out on a dusty road. Well, he's the patron saint of Chevrolet, General Motors, and Ford. St. John, you've got to fix that Damascene. Lord knows you'd have to get that engine clean. Said old St. John, Christ's story stream where liquid gold flow. Yeah, he's contemplating quickest day in BP, Shell, and Texaco. Hey John, you ought to fix that damn machine. And when you read your Aristotle, get your hand on the throttle, yes indeed. Don't it seem like everywhere the old machines are breaking down? We've all but lost our faith in nation states, corporate churches and crowns. Yeah, cause we can't afford to feed that damn machine. All that Archimedes shows clever moves us to the level, yes indeed. He said, I don't care who owns the crown. Well, I get hold of the banks and I'll blow the whole thing down. Young John of Damascus lived amid Mohammedans. And if you want to know your future, got to know where your history begins. Hey John, how did you build that damn machine? Well, using Euclid and Pythagoras and whole geometry. I see kingdoms rise, but kingdoms also fall. Now but that won't trouble folks like us at all. Some say an ancient beast is finally fixing to get bored. But it's slouching toward Bentham can't say you ain't been born. Yeah, they'll say that the day of the second coming has come. But I wanna see a great face black and pitiless as the sun. They'll even say that the day of the second coming has come. But I wanna see a great face black and pitiless as the sun. Right. Hello again, everyone. This is challenge number 4, Metamorphosis. And really, I have a lot of songs that have morphed as I figure out how to play them. And this one is probably the one that has morphed the most, owing to the fact that I'm still very much a beginning guitar player. This one is morphed not so much in the idea or the concept, but in the execution quite a lot. Because I'm still trying to figure out how to get what I hear in my head down here in my hands. And that can be a frustrating process. When I first wrote this song, it was pretty formless, and really the only thing it had going for it were the lyrics, sort of. But I played it for my band's bass player, and she came up with this really nice, driving, mechanical, chunky sort of bass line that I thought really fit the lyrics, and only served to emphasize how formless and lifeless my rhythm guitar part was. And because it was so lifeless, I was actually having a hard time singing the lyrics and figuring out how to build the song. So I kind of had to rebuild it, you know, kind of start from scratch, and, you know, I talked to somebody who's, you know, whose opinion I trusted, and pretty much told me what I was thinking, that no, this ain't working. And shortly after that I came up with this. And I took it and ran with it. And I think that kind of really turned the song around and, you know, pulled it out of the fire. That and then rehearsing it with not just the bass player but with the drummer, that really kind of gave me an idea of where it needed to go. And the other thing that changed was I actually, to make the song flow better, I chopped 2 of the verses in half and just, you know, had to say goodbye to some brilliant lyrics, at least in my opinion. But, you know, I reworked it so it still basically said what I wanted to say, but it moved along a little faster and didn't, you know, put me to sleep. And I actually did that on the fly at an open mic, just on a whim. I basically surprised my band, and they're like, "What?" But it worked. That's pretty much it. So that's how this song is morphed. I wish I could play it as suckily as I did when I first began, but you don't really want to hear that anyway. So that's it. 4 down and 1 to go. Looking forward to it. Hi, my name is Sara, and I'm a guitar player. I haven't touched a guitar in 2 seconds.